I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
I used to hang out in the Revolutionary Bookstore in Cambridge, Massachusetts with the communists because they print everything in every language. So if you're trying to learn multiple languages, they'll print the same text in all of these languages and you can compare. It basically says you have to wipe out what has been to arrive in the new.
And where's it from? What can be unburdened by what has been?
It's not a direct translation, but it occurs in Karl Marx. Now, I wasn't expecting this. I could find you the exact reference. If you think about what Mao had to do to wipe out Chinese history, what Pol Pot had to do, you're trying to wipe out memory because the memory has all of this burden. Why is it important to go after doctors and lawyers and teachers and professors? Because in some sense, they are going to resist the new order that you're about to impose. You're looking for a blank slate.
They're like a tether to the past.
Do you know what a nail house is? There are these people who will not give up their homes when a shopping mall goes in or a road is put. And for some reason, they'll build a highway to screw over the person who stands up and says, I will not move. And the idea is that that road is the future, unburdened by what has been, and then there's some holdout who won't go along with the program.
If Kamala Harris is as unsophisticated as we think she is, do we really believe that she is quoting from the dark depths of...
Why do you believe she is as unsophisticated as you have just claimed? What did her father do?
Kamala Harris's father, Donald Harris, was an economics professor who eventually got tenure at Stanford University. NBC News claimed he wasn't a Marxist because some of his former students said he wasn't. But if you ask his students over 30 years ago, well, they might say something else. Students in the economics department at Stanford University wrote in the Stanford Daily in 1976 that he was a Marxian scholar. The article was pushing back against faculty concern about Marxist philosophy seeping into the economics department. USA Today called Harris's father a post-Keynesian economist who has written on Marxist theory. So what's post-Keynesian economics, you ask? Well, the grandfather of it, John Maynard Keynes, was probably most famous for advocating for government intervention and deficit spending during times of crisis. Think of the New Deal during the Great Depression. Post-Keynesians, which grew out of the Keynesian tradition, are those who believe, among other things, that free market economies can never achieve full employment. They also believe that cuts to wages are ineffective at improving the unemployment rate because wage cuts decrease demand for goods and services. Now, Snopes has agreed with Trump, saying, taking a closer look at Harris's work and the economic school of thought he professed, we were able to confirm that he inscribed himself in Marx's intellectual tradition.
Don has done major work on Marxian theories and post-Keynesian theories of accumulation, and he's recently been focusing on problems of uneven development.
The New Yorker also describes him as a renowned Marxist economist from Jamaica, while USA Today says his economic philosophies are often grounded in Marxist theory. The Washington Post described him as coming from an academic steeped in Marxist theory.